Good morning. Today I gotta go get my Walmart pickup. I'm gonna be making my turmeric coffee creamer, and we're supposed to be getting our Nespresso package today, which I am all over the board excited for. They are flavors that we haven't tried yet, and so I'm really excited. We love our Nespresso. We got our Nespresso as a wedding gift for my best friend, and to be honest with you, I put it on the registry, but never in a million years thought that we would actually get it. And when I'd seen that someone purchased it, I was like, I can't believe I did that. You know, like, someone paid a lot of money for this, and like the guilt came over me, like, Faith, you're so stupid, why did you do that? That's something you should have bought. But it ended up being my best friend and her husband, who is also like a brother to me, and they purchased it for us, and I am so grateful that they would do something like that. That's, to me, that was an incredible gift, and I'm very thankful for our Nespresso, and it gets used hardcore every day, multiple times a day. She's put in some serious work already, and we've only been married for like a year and a half, so we love our Nespresso. But anyway, today I'm gonna go pick up my Walmart groceries. I'm gonna come back. I've got to clean up a little bit, and then I'll show you how I make my turmeric creamer. Now, I found recipes last night of how to turn it into more of like a syrup situation, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the powder form because it's easier, and I'm tired and I don't feel 100%, and there's excessive pollen that's trying to hurt me in the air, and so my allergies are acting up. I got a headache. I haven't been sleeping well, so I might even fit in a nap today. We'll have to see. But anyway, we'll revisit back here in a moment. Okay, we have finally received our package, and I got so excited that I almost forgot to film it. But anyway, we received it, our Nespresso. So we've had our Nespresso maker, like I said earlier, since we got married. And prior to that, my husband was not a coffee drinker. And, well, that changed once we got the Nespresso maker. So, I love it. It's like it's elevated the coffee game for me. And I know that there are other things out there that are probably better quality, blah, 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 blah. I love our Nespresso maker. But I also do pour over coffee, but I do pour over coffee when I have a day off. This is perfect for every day. So anyway, Nespresso. These are flavors that I've never purchased before. I've never tried, so I'm excited. So anyway, let's see where we are. I love the packaging. Love, love, love. So there's like nowhere around us that sells Nespresso pods except for Target, and the area that we live in, Target's a 45-minute drive away. So when I'm running low on Nespresso and I'm not going to get a package in time, we'll make a trip up to Target, so that we can have something to hold us over. But the only brand that they have is Starbucks. I mean, it'll do, but not my favorite. I can just like taste the bitter after, and I don't like it. But anyway, moving on. I've noticed, like with anything else, that if you don't pay for shipping with Nespresso, the last time I didn't pay for shipping, it took me almost 2 weeks to get my package. Now that could have been a totally abnormal thing. Really not here or there. Pardon me. Sorry. We have pollen. Like if I took you outside and showed you the green layer of pollen all over everything, you would understand how wild it is right now. Everyone's allergies are acting up. It's crazy. I should have consumed more local honey. But anyway, focus. I gotta focus. Okay, so I should have taken notes. Okay, so we have the Vertuo, I'm going to assume is how it's pronounced, version of the Nespresso. I love it. But there's not a lot of like flavor variety available. Like I said, the only place around here that sells it is 45 minutes away. It's only Starbucks and it's 3 different flavors. There's never anything different. So this is a call to action for Missouri retailers. Please start carrying more variety of Nespresso pods. Everything else is Keurig. And I mean, I've had a Keurig. Keurig dominates. Okay, whatever. Good job, Keurig. But there is a minority. Okay, help us out. Anyway, this is the Vivita. And this is the packaging. I love the packaging. I am here for it. So this right here is going to tell you what the caffeine level of it is. And so it's a caffeine level of 6. It is a 7.77 fluid ounces. So this is a pretty decent sized cup of coffee. This one has vitamin B12 in it, which is the reason why I purchased it. And I am excited. I'm excited to try it. Rich in B12 to help support immune health. It's kind of a bummer because on the website when you're ordering, it takes you through like a description of the coffee itself. So it'll tell you if it's like strong and bold or smooth or whatever. And I kind of thought it would be on the packaging so that I could like regurgitate that information to you. But it's not. So we move on with life. Look at that. I love it. Pretty big. They're bigger than the other Nespresso maker. I don't even know the model of it, but those are like little tiny capsules. Then we got the golden caramel. I love this. These are my favorite. This is the packaging. So I hate that I do this, but in this moment when I'm reading, I am trying to look for information about this specific flavor and I find absolutely nothing. Okay, and also I just want to say and point out that I know that when I sneezed, I took off half my face, which is why you can see the powder on my hoodie. It's driving me crazy, okay, but I shan't refilm. Okay, this one is sweet vanilla. And okay, listen, I think every video I say this, I'm just going to keep it real. I am technologically challenged. This is going to show up backwards for you. I don't know what else I could do. I don't know how to flip it. Otherwise, I would flip it. Okay, so I know that's going to come up backwards for you. I'm already aware. I'm working on it. My husband said that for my birthday, which is coming up in May, he's going to get me like an actual real camera to do this. So the quality of it is better. I can actually download software for editing, all that jazz. This is Melazio. Yeah, this one is good. If I'm not mistaken, there's a green version of this, and it's strong and rich, I think. Oh my gosh, it's good. It is just good. It's smooth, it's good. but it's bold, right? So not a huge haul of them, right? But pretty decent. They range in price, but most of the time a sleeve is going to cost you like $14. I think it's like $12 or $14. It depends on the flavor, because sometimes the pods are like $1.10. Sometimes the pods are over $2. It just depends. So, and then you also, if you spend over a certain amount, you get samples, and you can pick which sample you want, because they have a sample available for their 2 different Nespresso models. And so this is the current sample that they're giving out. And it is, okay, one's regular and one's decaffeinated. You know when Nespresso's pod is decaffeinated, because there's that red ring, and that is an immediate giveaway. But Alticio, so you get one regular Alticio and then one decaffeinated version. So I'm not a huge fan of espresso. It's not really my thing. But my husband loves espresso, so he's going to enjoy these. And then, because I've stepped away, and I'm not saying that this is right at all by any means, okay? I understand. But 3 months ago, I made the decision that I was going to stop purchasing store-bought coffee creamer, because it was brought to my attention how much not so good stuff for you is in store purchased coffee creamer. Not to condemn those that do. Do you. You got to do what's right for you. Just because I do something doesn't mean it's right for everyone. Just because everyone does something doesn't make it right for me. You need to do what is appropriate for you and your lifestyle and your family, okay? This is a personal decision for me, so we'll leave that as it may. But anyway, I stopped purchasing them, right? And I started making my own at home. And I use like half and half. Well, I do it a bunch of different ways. Like, I don't think I've ever made it the same way at any given point when I make my coffee creamer, because I'm always trying something different. So the first time I did maple syrup and cinnamon, I think, and I have made that one a couple of times, the same recipe, and it's delicious and I totally love it. And then for a while I was just doing half and half, and then I was doing sweetened condensed milk, and then I was doing like cinnamon and brown sugar and all this stuff. So anyway, recently for the last week, I have been drinking my coffee with turmeric in it. I'm telling you, it's taken the coffee experience up a notch. So I determined around 3 months ago, I've had heartburn, like super bad, for a very long time. Okay, like bad, like almost every single day having heartburn of some sort to some degree at some point during the day. And the last 3 months, I haven't been struggling with it as much. Okay. I want to say it was maybe a month and a half ago, could possibly be 2 months ago. My husband wanted some of the International Delight coffee creamer, and so I bought him some, came home, and I had this thing come over me, this thing that said it would be so much easier if you just used this. So I did. I used the International Delight coffee creamer. Oh my gosh. Let's talk about how horrendous that was. I don't know all of what's in it, and I know that it's not specific to just International Delight, because I've done Starbucks, I've done Dunkin' Donuts, I've done the Coffee Mate, I've done the Silk, there's another one that comes in like a cardboard. That was horrible. But I've done a whole bunch. Each and every one of them does it. So I used his International Coffee Delight, and my heartburn went through the roof. I had heartburn. I got bloated. It was bad. It was bad, bad, bad. So that's how I kind of put that together. That part of the reason why I've been struggling with heartburn could possibly be tied to the coffee creamer. So I had decided after that, we're not going to skimp out. We're not always going to go for what's easier, and we're going to do the right thing for our body. Right, Faith? Right. So that's all I've done since then. I've kept it very simple and haven't used coffee creamer. And I haven't really struggled with any acid reflux, really at all. And if I have, it's because I consumed like maybe too much chocolate. But even tomato used to like trigger my my acid reflux too. And I haven't struggled with a lot of that either. But it's been since I've stopped using store-bought coffee creamer. Now, is that the total reason why? Probably not. But is that the trigger that I identified? Yes, it is. So a little bit later today, I'm going to show you a simple and easy way that I do every morning to just get my turmeric in there. I know it sounds crazy and it probably sounds gross, but truly it is not. It adds like a nice spice, but it's super mild. It's so mild, and it's good. And you do have to put a little bit of pepper in there to activate the turmeric. You wouldn't even know that pepper's in your coffee. Legit. I'm telling you. It is wild and it is good. And I've been doing it for the last week and there's been no heartburn. I'm pretty sure it has helped with the inflammation that I get. And I haven't been bloated, which is a big deal because I've been bloated like chronically for I can't even tell you how long, for a very long time. So anyway, I say all of that to say that I also purchased their syrup kit, and it is vanilla and caramel. Very cute, as the young children would say, aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so this is holy cow. Okay, Nespresso. Jeez. It's like a full-blown like metal like that is not a plastic cap and a glass bottle. That's crazy. I wonder, so Nespresso has a program situation where they'll send you Nespresso bags for your used pods to send back so that they can reuse them. I'm wondering if it's the same thing for the syrup. It might not be, but that would explain why this is made of glass and that's an aluminum cap. That's crazy. Nothing is made of glass anymore. I love that. Okay, so anyways, this is the caramel and this is the vanilla. So anyway, these two. I love that. I love Nespresso. Hopefully these are recyclable, and I'm pretty sure that they are. Well, I mean they are, but I'm thinking like send it back to Nespresso. Either way, that's fantastic. Or I could keep them, continue to make my own syrups that I've done before, and get a pump nozzle and a glass bottle. Bang, bang. Recycle up, baby, recycle up. So anyway, all of this cost me okay, the syrups were $16 for 2. I got the sample pack, which is free. Vivita Vuo, $14. So each pod for these, they're $1.40 a pod. The Malazio, which is this one, they are $1.25 a pod. So it was $12.50 for this sleeve. Golden Caramel, which is this sleeve. It's $1.25 for each pod, $12.50 a sleeve. And then the same thing for the sweet vanilla, which is this sleeve. $1.25 a pod, $12.50 a sleeve. And there are 10 pods to a sleeve. So I have 40-ish days of coffee. And then I have my syrup. My grand total, including taxes and shipping, was $76.48. So, yeah. In my opinion, if it's within your budget, it's totally worth it. I really, and if you have a genuine love for coffee, not just I can go with or without the coffee. Like if it's not truly your thing and you do it just to do it, or you can go without it, but you don't have that like deep appreciation for it, this might not be your jam. But if you have a deep appreciation for it, I would say you need to get an espresso maker. It elevates the game. Great quality. They recycle and it's delicious. So next, I'm gonna make my quick turmeric powder, coffee creamer addition stuff, and we're gonna enjoy that said cup of coffee. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna try first, but I'm really leaning towards the golden caramel. And I bought some white chocolate sauce today. And I have a Nespresso froth maker. This is gonna be good. I'm really excited for this. And then after that, we're gonna kick our feet up and we're gonna watch a Christmas movie. And I do not care. I do not care that it is April. No, I watch Christmas movies all year round. My husband doesn't hate it, but for sure doesn't have the same appreciation for it, which I understand. That's fine. So when he's not here, Christmas movies be had like wild. Earlier today, I finished The Santa Claus with Jack Frost. Never realized that I've never watched that movie all the way through. So obviously I get distracted. This was the first time I sat down and watched the movie all the way through, and I cried. I cried when Lucy walks up to Jack Frost and gives him a hug and he starts to melt. How come I've never seen this scene before? Why have I never seen the end of this movie? It's really not all that big a deal, but I was perplexed by it. Anyway, great movie, made me cry. So I'm gonna find another one. We're gonna kick our feet up because I have another 50-hour work week coming up and I wanna relax. And then later today, I'm gonna bulk cook some beef burritos. Because listen, I know we all have a different story. This is not boohoo me. I love my job. I love my job and I love the company that I work for. But I live an hour away. Okay? So my 10-hour workday instantly turns into a 12-hour day because it's an hour to get there and it's an hour to come back. Am I complaining? Briefly. But anyway, it's not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. But I have a 12-hour day every day. Not every day, 5 days out of the week. But I love homemaking and I love cooking. And sorry, my slides are scraping up against the floor, making a squeaky sound. And I love doing all like the fun frilly stuff at home, but I get one day to do it. So I really try to optimize that one day to do it. And typically I would be very far along in my calendar and list of things to do, but you can probably tell I don't feel the best. The allergies are raging. I'm congested. My body's not achy. My body doesn't hurt. It's just really, it's like right here. And it's driving me insane. And so I'm going to have my coffee. I'm going to put on a Christmas movie. I'm going to kick my feet up. And I'm going to enjoy it. And then later I'm going to make the beef burritos so that throughout this week, when I get home super late from working all day, I don't have to worry about what's being made. I can just throw them in the oven. They're homemade. They're delicious. And move on with life. That's it. That's what we're going to do. So anyway, thank you for being here. We're going to switch over to making our coffee creamer and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so this is 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. I actually purchased this from Ross Dress for Less for like dirty cheap. And then we're just going to grind up a little bit of peppercorn. Okay, so here I use Hills Brothers cappuccino flavoring. This is the white caramel chocolate. I love this stuff. I think it does good for the coffee to add in a little bit of extra. And I think this whole theme is just like a caramel situation, right? Like the golden caramel coffee pod, the white caramel powder, and then we also use a white caramel sauce for our cup too. So just all around super sweet cup of coffee. So I just dump that into the bottom. You got your turmeric, your pepper, your flavored cappuccino powder, and then we're gonna put some of this Nespresso syrup in it, just a little bit. We don't need anything crazy. This is that white sauce that I was talking about. We're just going to get it all over the rim of the cup. I love this. This is just a fun touch. I love the cute little designs that they have on some of these guys. Please excuse the lack of cuteness that is this coffee corner. I have just not been in the state of mind to care about the cuteness and the decorations. So this is real life. This is where I'm at. So I learned that your coffee, I believe it's your coffee is a little bit smoother when you stir that foam. That foam on the top is called crema. And so you want to stir that back into the coffee and it does something magical to the cup of coffee. It's a good thing that I proof watch these because there's a bunch of spots in my clips where the audio is just butchered and chopped up. It's really weird. Anyways, this is the Nespresso frother. This was just regular organic cow's milk from Organic Valley, I think is the name of the company. And so you just pour a little bit in, you press the button, and it froths the milk. And this was also I poured in a little bit of the salted caramel. So it just adds a little something, something. So this is the turmeric coffee. Again, this is 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and then about 2 grinds of freshly ground peppercorn. And then what else do we have in here? I'm totally blanking. Oh yeah, the salted caramel moaning syrup from Nespresso. the coffee pod of choice, which is the caramel coffee pod. And then I froth some organic Valley milk situation. And with the milk, I also frothed it with some salted caramel syrup, so it's got a little bit of its own flavor, and topped it with some caramel. So cheers to turmeric coffee. That's solid. That is solid. This is good. Mm. Oh my gosh. Give it a whirl. Do it your own way. And let me know what you think, because this is good. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for being with me for the Nespresso package delivery, and for being with me to make this turmeric coffee. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.